hell of a, she's so fine. Hell of a, blows my mind. Hell of a, lights my day.
What's good, guys? Back on the Quawan Bobby Charles case out of Louisiana. And I wanted to bring this information to the channel. This is from the NewYorkDailyNews.com. Title of the article is Second Autopsy of Quawan Charles, 15-year-old black young man found dead in Louisiana. Says cause of death consistent with drowning amid homicide probe. Article was wrote by Nancy Dillon yesterday at 4:26 p.m. The private autopsy ordered by the family of the 15-year-old young black man found face down in a Louisiana sugarcane field said the death appeared, quote, consistent with drowning. Officials are probing it as a possible homicide. The independent examination of Quawan Bobby Charles, conducted by American Forensics in Mesquite, Texas, also found no obvious signs of pre-mortem, quote, trauma or natural disease, end quote, the report obtained by the Daily News said. It declined to state a final cause or manner of death pending toxicology testing, expected to take 8 weeks to complete. Quote, we're more interested in the manner of death, Chase Tritchell, one of the lawyers for the young man's family, told the Daily News in a phone interview Monday. If the specific explanation is drowning, okay, now let's narrow the focus to how Quawan came to drown in a sugarcane field. He was an able-bodied person before he ended up face down in water that was ankle deep, Tritchell said. That's a picture of Quawan Bobby Charles from the Associated Press. Officials in Iberia Parish, where Quawan's body was recovered November the 3rd, previously said the cause of suspicious death appeared to be drowning, but the manner, meaning natural, accidental, homicide, or suicide, remained an open question. Quote, this is an active, ongoing homicide investigation, the Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office said in a statement Saturday. The teen's untimely death generated public outrage after his parents went public with claims that local police in neighboring Baldwin, Louisiana, were slow to investigate the missing persons report they filed October the 30th. According to family lawyer Ron Haley, a white woman named Janet Irvin and her 17-year-old son, quote, took Bobby from his home without his parents' permission, end quote, on October the 30th. The parents reported their son missing around 8 p.m. that day, and both the Baldwin Police Department and West St. Mary Sheriff's Office responded. Quote, to pacify the family, law enforcement said that Bobby was probably at a football game and dismissed their fears. A statement from the family's law firm reads, despite the family's pleas, no Amber Alert was ever issued, end quote. Police didn't try pinging Quawan's cell phone until 3 days after he disappeared, Tritchell told the news. Iberia Parish officials said they weren't notified a child had gone missing in the area until November the 3rd, when the sheriff's office, quote, was contacted by a parent of Quawan Bobby Charles, end quote. Tritchell said Baldwin police claim they reported the case to Louisiana State Police, the agency that handles Amber Alerts. State Police apparently determined the details didn't meet the threshold to trigger an Amber Alert and subsequently failed to designate it a Level 2 case. If it had been designated Level 2, the details would have been disseminated to media and law enforcement around the state. Quote, it begs the question, had the protocols been followed, would Quawan be alive today? End quote, Tritchell asked Monday night. When Quawan's mother saw his body at the coroner's office, she took a photo that the family later shared online, comparing it to the famous image of Emmett Till, the 14-year-old who was lynched in Mississippi in 1955. The graphic, heartbreaking image was shared widely on social media and on the family's GoFundMe page, seeking donations to cover the private autopsy. The Iberia Parish coroner said in a report obtained by the news that the facial injuries were likely inflicted after the teen's death. Quote, post-mortem injuries on the face are likely aquatic animal activity from the decedent being found in water. Iberia Parish Coroner Dr. Carl M. Ditch wrote in the report. The report said Quawan had, quote, muddy water in his airway, hyperinflated lungs, and water in his sphenoid sinuses, end quote. Quote, we gathered evidence at the home of the individuals who reportedly were with Quawan Bobby Charles just before his disappearance. We interviewed these same individuals and are actively tracking their whereabouts, end quote, the Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office said Saturday. All right, can we look at just a few things on here? First of all, this is November of 2020. I don't know if the headline was meant to grab attention by using the term black boy, but I don't use that over here on my channel. I'm a little bit smarter than that. That is ignorance. And again, it's used in the very first paragraph, speaking about the private autopsy. And you will see me continuously not read that, because I don't speak like that. That is ignorance. Trying to find something here. So we learned a few things here. We learned the time that he was reported missing. This is around 8 p.m. on that day. We learned that the Louisiana State Police are the ones in charge of issuing these Amber Alerts. We also learned that they didn't ping his cell phone until 3 days after he disappeared. We also learned that in this report, he had, quote, muddy water in his airways, hyperinflated lungs, and water in his sinuses, his sphenoid sinuses. So, I'm like them. What happened to get him to that point? What happened previous to all of this got him to the point of being in this, quote, drowned state? I'm just saying, I mean, this is disgusting to me that they are going to insult our intelligence with this. So I just wanted to bring this article because I actually just read it and let you guys toss it over in your minds. And I'm going to stay on this case. So I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.